Okay. Okay, everybody. Hopefully you guys can hear me. We are booting up the game. We're getting this game all set up here. Welcome, everybody. This is the Xeno Plays. This is my first live stream with you guys. So bear with me. I'm getting everything set up. So give me a second here. We're getting it all. How's it going, Caustic Viper? How you doing? This is the Xeno Plays. I'm doing a solo live stream today because the boys are out and about. Seems like Aaron should be joining us here soon, though. But we're getting everything all set up. Happy Sunday, No Style Dutch. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Hopefully my audio is all right. Like I said, this is my first live stream with you guys. So we're getting everything all set up to go. I'm doing good. Good. Okay. So we're going to try a little game today called Aliens Redacted. It's a fan-made game. I have to go find the source of the creator because I don't want to discredit them here. It is made by Polygon Illusions. Audio sounds good. Perfect. Casper, how's it going? Awesome. Just want to make sure the audio sounds good. So yeah, this is a fan-made game by Polygon Illusions. It's a one-level Doom style retro version of what we kind of have with like Aliens Extraction. So I'm gonna see if we can get this up and going. Hopefully you guys can see it. Hopefully it plays okay. If the window's not working, let me know. I will restart it. But Whalen Utonic Computer Systems version 3.102. Let's see. Let's see. Oh man, does it not want to play well with the screen? Let me know if you guys can see the screen. Since this is an older game, we kind of have to mess around with the windows. Oh, okay. So we're gonna fix that screen really quick, guys. One moment. There we go. Awesome. Triangulating coordinates uploading by the USS Bothei, sorry, located on LV-059 Clementine system. If you guys didn't see it earlier, basically we are going into a rescue mission. There's been some scientists that were studying on this planet, and things went awry. So we are to collect evidence, and also there was a prison break on this system. I didn't get to see the Predator Badlands Dan review podcast. I'm going to watch it later, but please tell me Dan gave out the news or possible teases in terms of his next Predator project. Nova Dragon, I can't say that he did, but what I will say is that he definitely hinted at future projects. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Looks like you can see the screen, but it looks like it's not actually reading out the text here. So we're gonna mess with the window here. Okay. So bear with me, guys. Again, this game is a little bit older, so the game capture is a little bit more specific. There we go. The game's a bit wonky, so again, give me a second here to get this going. We're gonna do Aliens Redacted. And it does not like the mouse here. Okay, let's see. Again, apologize for the delay here, guys. Okay, there we go. All right, sorry about that, folks. I'm curious to see where Dan takes the Predator franchise next, possibly a live-action sequel to Killer Killers, maybe. From what I can understand from the interview, I don't know if we can see a live action in the future, but I will say that possibilities are in the air for maybe continuations of where he decides to go next with the franchise. And of course, the boys here decided to share what they wanted to see in the next installment. You're getting me hyped already. I'm most definitely gonna watch it later on. Yes, Nova Dragon. He sat down for 3.5 hours with the guys and answered all their questions. He was a good sport. We seriously appreciate Dan for hanging out with us and talking for that long, and sharing all his thoughts and his inspirations for Badlands and what he wants to do next. So, Captain J.T. Henry, USS Bethia, Weyland-Yutani Corporation, a distress message has been sent to the company. Ships out on board. Computer says that we will crash land on LV-59. Well, I hope the Wei-Yu is sending a fleet of ships our way because the situation is messed up beyond all recognition. We are 2 days out of our 4-day journey, bringing these criminals to the panel colony on Florina 161 when a riot broke out on board. Yes, so basically in this game, we're basically seeing what happened to the scientists and these inmates that were on their way to Ferry 161, and we are here to do a little bit of cleanup. Hi folks, what is this? Xenosaur, how are you? This is Aliens Redacted. It's a fan-made game. Some more likely animation. That's also a good route. Caustic Viper, I wouldn't say more likely animation, but let's just say that Dan really likes doing animation, based off what we heard in the interview, and I don't think he'd be opposed to doing it again. So I don't know if that's his next project, but he definitely liked it. So hopefully we can get more of that in the future. Aaron will be here shortly to kind of go over a little more of that interview. But Prisoner 2581 is missing. We'll need his data disk. So let's see here. Like I said, this is a very Doom style game, very retro. It's a fan-made game. Got ammo. A little mini-map here in the corner. Let's see, we got dead scientists. Armor. As much as this place is Nightmare Fuel, I can't help but be absolutely fascinated by it all. The strange architecture and general labyrinth layout. The whole place feels so alien to me. Not that I've had much time to take in the scenery. A lot of people are wounded. Treatment. Fear 161. Always good to see it mentioned. Yep, absolutely. Who is our new host, and where did Hicks and Ridge? Xenosaur, this is the Xeno Plays. Hicks will be joining us later. Ridge Top is out and about for the day. He won't be able to join us, but we will have Hicks here soon. But this is Hunter, the Xeno Plays. I'm on some of the podcasts, and of course, I've been working on a lot of our toy reviews and now some of our lore reviews. So I'm one of the new voices here, and hopefully I won't do a bad job. But so we're looking for the guards here to find this data disk. This prisoner went awry. But for a fan-made game, I just absolutely appreciate the level design here that we have. We have what looks like an Ovomorph. Hey everyone, how you doing? Nice to see you too, Hedvetta. And a Giger-esque design of the rooms and the wall design. So hopefully we get to some aliens here soon. Hopefully the desktop volume is enough. Hopefully it's not too loud. I hope we keep doing... I keep doing live action in terms of continuing Dex story or other Badlands stories going forward. Badlands is doing well on VOD streaming and DVD, so that's good to know. Something. Yes, it's doing pretty well on VOD. And we will shortly get a physical release here soon in February. So looking forward to that, especially the Steelbook. I'm always a fan of Steelbooks, so seeing that it got a special treatment was definitely a plus. You're doing great. Also, level design is pretty nice. Thank you so much, Caustic Viper. Even has some of those religious echoes that Ridley loves so much. Yes, absolutely. You can even see it in the menus for this game that it has a lot of that design to it. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, I hear a xenomorph. Oh, bad idea. What's interesting to me is so far, if you walk in a room full of ovomorphs, they don't start hatching. But the guards are definitely protective, which is good. But there's a lot of flair here on display, so that's what I love about this game. Is just the lighting, the flair of different objects and models that, you know, within the space is really awesome. Some of the doors look like they take a bit of Giger's oh my gosh, can I speak today? Oh my gosh, Necronomicon. Thank you. Art, yeah, absolutely. From the humanoid skulls to the elongated shapes and forms. There's a lot of symmetry here. You can even see some teeth in there, which is super cool. So I originally played this game on the Steam Deck when it came out, and it still looks great, but I do wish that we would have some different variations of noises with the aliens. But then again, some of those older retro Alien games only had 1 or 2 sound bites for specific enemies, so I'll give it a free pass. Oh yeah, the lighting is giving me AVP 2 nostalgia. Totally. Hopefully everyone's having a good Sunday. Long week. Hi there, AVP Freaks. AVP3. Oh my gosh. Guys, I suck at talking. Hi there, AVP Freaks. Thanks for the Trattenberg interview. Still going to watch it when I have time. Yes, it's a great interview. I don't blame you. It's 3.5 hours. We got a lot of time with Dan. He was so... we thank him for his time to spend that amount of time with us. And we know he has a busy schedule, so we seriously appreciate him hanging out with us. And I look forward to... Ooh, what do we got here? Shotgun. Look forward to what he does next. Let's reload here. All right. By some miracle, the datapad is uploading these messages to the computer database, and then we need to immediate help. We have made contact with these creatures, big grotesque-looking things with talons for hands that have ripped through most of my team. We have severely wounded guards here, in no way making it back to the captain. Not long after we found that egg room, we came across some of the prisoners, dead with massive holes in their chests like something had ripped out of them. Before we even had time to find out what the hell was going on, we were attacked by those things. We took one of them down, but we found that there was acid for blood after Jenkins got too close and his skull started to erode. These bastards are like nothing we've ever seen. The rest of us are holed up some room. We need to keep them at bay for now. Yeah. Great little audio logs. I enjoy these. I quite enjoy these classic old school kind of games. Yeah, me too, Xenosoren. Just right there in the hallway when you shoot lights up the walls, the gunfire flashes. Yeah. What's up, fellas? How you doing, Dirty Nero? Okay, health ammo. Lots of dead doctors. Hopefully I'm doing an okay job for the first stream, guys. This is one of those games that's a little bit tricky to get for screen capture. We already did that. So I apologize for those first few minutes of getting this game kind of hooked up. It was a little bit more tricky than I expected, but we're here. We're playing. Game feels good. If I remember right, there is a specific alien in this game that takes a lot of hits to kill. You're doing fine so far. Hope you're having a good time. I am having a good time, guys. It's been really cool to actually do a solo stream for y'all and give the boys a little bit of a break when they're so busy. When was this game released? I believe it was released 2 years ago. 2023, 2024, something like that. I'd have to go look. But it's a fan-made game, Polygon tech. Was that the other queen hissing in the background after you kill that one, Zeno? No, it's not. That was just another drone. Hello, AB Galaxy. How you doing, Sabian? The situation is FUBAR. Me and my team have been sent out as forward scouting unit to explore this crazy place by Captain Henry. And for what end? To try and get these low-life degenerates back to the ship? I say we leave them here. Let them stay and die in this creepy place. Me and my team don't get paid enough for this shit. We have special orders to prioritize the finding and securing of prisoner 2581. This guy must be a high priority for the company. He was kept in stasis on the Bethia before all went sideways, and now he's become a key target. Tracking down. We've had minimal contact so far, and this labyrinth-style structure is making it difficult to traverse, so we're laying down flares of where we've been. My team have been found in this larger room. What looks like eggs inside. I've sent 2 guys to investigate. I hope we find the SOB soon. Okay, hope you've had an awesome week, Hunter. Thank you, Casper. I've had a pretty good week. Oh, let's see here. Making sure Mr. Hicks will be joining us, so I'm just double-checking that. But yeah, I've been having a good week, Casper. Thank you for asking. Yo, just back from watching Iron Lung. It's pretty good. Just a bit too long. Also found an old Kenner Predator figure at Aston. Nice. I have not seen Iron Lung. Heard lots of good things about it. Don't spoil it. I do want to see it. Oh yeah. I will say I have sustained little to no damage so far, and I wish that the acid would hurt the player. Oh, would you look at that? Finally get my wish. Alrighty. We haven't gone down this hallway. So let's see. Yeah, let's try this hallway. Ooh, it's locked. What about this doorway? Oh, locked still too. How about this one? Okay. So it looks like our only option was to go back the way we came. What are the heads on the statues? That's a good question. It almost looks like the woman in the dark at some angles, but then also looks like a mutated head with like a grotesque cranium. Not quite sure, but the body is very reminiscent of Giger. And of course we have the ovomorph right there. Oh god, I love the Iron Lung. Oh, yep. I've not seen the Iron Lung. Need to see it. Alright, we already went that way, so we need to go back this way. Can't shoot the crates. They don't offer anything other than being level design, model design. I think we were going this way. And we play as Marine Sergeant Bron Rodriguez. Very Pumpkinhead. Another Studio ADI. Ooh, got some health there. Another Studio AI ADI product. No face hugger. Let's see. Once again, IGN is a load of crap. Iron Lung is far better than a 4. Yeah, I don't trust IGN most of these days. The woman in the dark, if ever she brought to big screen, should be played by Naomi Rapace. That would be interesting. I don't know if she shares any more interest in returning to the Alien franchise, but I would gladly like to see her return and continue that. Let's see. Looks like we haven't investigated this area so far thoroughly. If we encounter a xenomorph, we know we're doing something right. Let's see here. We already opened that crate. Technically speaking, Naomi Pierce was shown as a woman in the dark given what happened to her in Covenant. That is a good point. There is a lot of woman in the dark in her demise in Covenant. A lot of elements there at play that showcase she has a lot of distinct features that are reminiscent of the woman in the dark. So I wouldn't doubt that. Oh, armor, ammunition. Let's see, is there something on the other side of the wall here that could be... interesting. Never got a good look at one of these designs here on the wall. I always see, of course, the Giger-esque architecture, but I wonder what this is. Very... almost looks like the space jockey room without, of course, the space jockey and the command module and then this thing. It'd be kind of cool to fold Eldritch lore with David's machinations to resurrect the perfect organism. Ah. Eldritch. That is another lore video we need to dig in at some point, or I need to do if we get the time, is Eldon from the Fire and Stone series. I cannot read today, so I apologize, everybody. Reading and playing at the same time is a skill I have not... it's not a part of my brain I've worked in a long time. Missing something here. I'll go back to the main room. But yeah, Woman in the Dark is something that our own Hicks explored in one of the lore videos. So if you'd like to know more about that, he did a deep dive on her some time ago. I think about a year ago at this point now. He did that video, but it's a good breakdown of... it's a good breakdown of her and where she stands in the overall canon of the EU. Let's see, can we access one of these? Nope. Oh no, we can only go down here. Alrighty. Is this a Quake mod? Grim, how you doing? No, this is called Aliens Redacted. It's a fan-made game, like Polygon Tech. It's free for anybody to play, and it's very reminiscent of like the Doom style, the early retro Doom games, similar to Aliens Extraction, but it can be easily mistaken for a Doom, a Quake or Doom mod. Did we go? I don't think we went through this door. Oh, we did. We definitely did. Oh, we haven't been up here. Okay. Oh, there's a door back here. I think we went through here. Eldon was such a great showcase of how horrific the black goo could be. Kind of makes me think whether synths are some early steps into the biomechanical. Yeah, that was an interesting take. I know that that is a bit divisive amongst people that like Fire and Stone and some of the more purists of Alien. I, for one, was very intrigued by what Eldon's character represented. I don't know if I quite agree with the idea of biomechanical mixing with the mechanical, but it was an interesting take nonetheless. And I found him to be one of the most interesting synths we've got in the EU. Partly due to his abilities and his outlook that always changed throughout the comics, to having the desire to, like David, find his creator, but then also be so destructive and kind of manipulate the xenomorphs. But it's been some time since I've read Fire and Stone. I should revisit it at some point because, oh, there we go. Now we're figuring out where to go. Fire and Stone seems to be just a really unique piece of Alien EU that when I first read it, I just remember being so perplexed by like how different it was, and the character of Eldon, and how the goo mixed with predators, and just how it became one giant clusterfuck, and how before Covenant it was the only thing we'd really received that showcased the pure applications that it could be as a weapon at the time. Especially his coming of terms with betrayal, understanding, and forgiveness. Yes. Very human-like. One could say that him and David have more in common than you would think. David's log referenced the pathogens being advanced radical AI. I like to think that galaxy-spanning civilization has brought the xenomorph, and space jockey W426 saw both creatures. That's a good point. I think one of the common questions we'll always get is, you know, how do we feel about the black goo, and what are our thoughts? Do we like it? Do we dislike it? And it's a complicated question when you think about it, right? Because to the common person who just watches Prometheus, oh, now we're making progress, people. To the common person who watches Prometheus and stops there and doesn't really progress within the movies or David's drawings, the logs, it can be a bit confusing. And I always thought, you know, for better or worse, whether you liked Romulus or not, I thought that it was really nice that Fede did not discourage the reference of the black goo, that it was canon to the lore, that it was relevant, and he didn't want to totally eradicate it. Yet, because since it's such a debated aspect of AVP, that it only has a small part, and I thought that was very appropriate. So, let's see here. Now that I have this new totem, I might be able to get into more doors, or maybe not. Oh, we have the red key. Oh, it's the red key. Do you think Alien Earth harmed the franchise? Alien was the least interesting aspect of the series for me. That's a good question. I don't think it necessarily harmed the series, but it definitely, I would say it watered it down. For people that don't, like, I've talked to a lot of people that have just are very surface level Alien fans. They watch the movies, they watch the show. They don't read the books, they don't read, you know, the comics, they don't look into the deeper aspects of the lore with like the some of the blueprint books about the ships and some of the other logs that you can find here and there, or even the games. And I think the show watered Alien down to a point where I don't think it made sense in the overall spectrum of what Alien is. And what I mean by that is I think that it really was a take on the first two movies in its own individual showcase. I don't think Alien Earth really feels like an alien show to me. The show at first was impressive, but it started to lose me slowly throughout the episodes. And by episode 5, and I think we've all stated this, or some of us have stated this on the community, but by episode 5, like, I was done. And episode 5 was regarded as the most popular episode in the first season, which is crazy. And it's not only us. PO also had similar thoughts about Earth and how that episode fit into the whole season. Ooh, lots of talking. Alien Earth cannot have been part of the canon timeline to be far. The Wei merger happened in 2010, 2100s, yet somehow they were launching deep space missions in the 2050s, exactly with the longest log time we've ever seen for a ship with, as we've all debated here, no FTL drive. A big aspect of these ships. There was just a lot of confusion, and the scientists, Adam has expressed this, but they just felt so dumb. The writing, there was nuance to the Nostromo crew acting upon the guidelines of how to fix the situation when they came across the facehugger and Big Chap. But for a crew that's been out there for 60 plus years, some of the company's top scientists studying these things and making these mistakes, no, it just felt that as another aspect. It felt so watered down. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Alien Earth. I'm not afraid to share that. I had high hopes for it. I think, coming from a production standpoint, it's a really well-made show. It's got a lot of standout moments, from the way it looks to the way it feels, to the production design, to I know some of you don't like it, but even the creature design. But it fails in the fact that it doesn't deliver on engagement for me personally, and that it just totally disregards a lot of aspects that make Alien. I mean, even the alien, I know I was a defender of Steve for the longest time. I was a little mixed on him at first, but then I started to appreciate him. But I feel very divisive on the portrayal of the alien in the show. I think Alien Earth is set up for AVP film. My whole theory is on what looks like a drop gate in episode 1. It also examines the light travel issue. Really, please do explain. Very well made. Yes, Alien Earth is a very well made show. I forgot what my objective was at this point. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm beating a dead horse by stating what a lot of the guys have already stated, which is the show is well made, but it has a lot of disregards for what we know with Alien. There's a lot of cool elements to it, with the creatures, the other alien creatures, of course, T. Oculus. That was probably one of my favorite things about the show. I don't have a problem with people, including synthetics, controlling the aliens. We've seen this before in the EU. But I just have a lot of issues with the writing in terms of the overall canon of the universe. And it just felt like the show had it was missing a heart. It was missing heart to it, that if you're going to take on a franchise such as Alien, or even Star Wars, think of that, Star Wars, you have to have somebody that really understands all aspects about the universe and doesn't just seem like they are engaged with just the primary entries in the franchise, such as Alien or Aliens. They actually dig a little bit more than that. But that's my personal opinion. If you love Alien Earth, that's so great. We're happy for you. Glad that you enjoy it, but not my cup of tea. Oh, the drop gate, Andrew. I'll be honest with you. I am a purist. I've wanted to read all the Rage War books. I have 1 and 2, but I'm waiting for 3. I like to physically collect them, and I know that Armageddon is a little bit more tricky to find now these days. So I want to have all 3 before I deep dive into Armageddon. So I'll be real with you. They need a Jar Jar Buds character. No. They need a Jar Jar Buds character. That's great. Would you all consider Bud the Jar Jar of the AVP universe? Because I don't. But that's an interesting take if you do. Let's see. But yeah, Alien Earth is just such a tricky avenue to unpack because it's disliked by purists and it's loved by what we call the normies. So a lot of people I've talked to love Alien Earth. They do. They really, really do. Especially people that work in film, you know. And again, happy for those people. I'm glad they're enjoying it. I love the first half of Alien, the exploration, discovery, LV-426, the derelict, the facehugger, its autopsy. That is why I think Steel Egg is an underrated novel. Exploration minus Marines. Good point. Alien Echo taught me that being a xenobiologist sounds like an incredible fun job until you actually have to study the xenos. Yeah. I have a feeling that is the same for any creature that can eat you or take you on or subject you to a parasite. I'm sure it'd be fun to study dinosaurs if they were alive until they eat you, as we've seen in Jurassic Park. I do like the design of this game, having the people embedded into the hive. I do kind of wish they moved or made noises, but I thought this was a cool little element to the game. And then there's like this Lovecraftian Hydra-esque design on some of the walls. It doesn't feel necessarily like an alien hive, though. It feels more like vines. But nonetheless, still pretty cool. Let's see. We have investigated all 3 corridors. Let's see. We investigated the main corridor? Let's see. Main door. We did collect that. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. So we've got all 3 key cards. That's one of the back areas. Should try the very back room. Sucks to be the guy who is first learned about the lion worms on... Yeah. Oh, the people merged in the wall makes me think of the System Shock cover. That's a pretty close examination. Okay. Do take a lot of bullets to take down to put down, though. We have a shotgun. I like to have this thing for close quarters. There we go. No acid damage. But yes, Rage War is one of those books that I need to get on. I think I've said this before on some of our streams, but when some of the newer novels and books were coming out in 2016, 2015, 2017, I just was in college and I didn't have money to be able to afford a lot of those books and things. So I missed out on a lot of them. And now over the last 2 years, I've been trying to play catch up and read. And I know that you can find PDFs. I know that you can find them on audiobooks, but I'm a purist. I like to physically hold my books and read them. We have lost communication with all the scouting teams we sent out, and I don't know why, if they're all dead or simply lost. We have had multiple contact with alien entities. They are fast, strong, and have already taken out most of the guards. Myself and my remaining men have moved further into the vessel. It's like a maze in here, but the flares that we've put down by the scouting teams are helping. I've recovered the data disk from the dead prisoner, which we are looking for, by the way. who must have taken it because it looked valuable. Little did he know how valuable this thing actually is. Prisoner 2581 is still missing. I'm not sure why this particular prisoner is so important, but I have had specific orders from the company that he is the highest priority. I'm starting to think that this is a suicide mission. We will carry on with the mission. God, I hope the company are sending a rescue team. I've been doing the same by grabbing as many Xeno novels as I can, delving more into extended universe. Same, Caustic. It's not that I didn't want to read them, just didn't have the money at the time, and now years later I've caught up from I've owned most of the novels. The Dark Horse ones are obviously easier to get by, but some of the newer novels are a little trickier to find, especially Predator, If It Bleeds, and of course South China Sea. But I do like to delve deep into the novels physically rather than over a PDF. So I've been reading quite a bit, trying to catch up. But the Rage War is one that has been on that I've been slowly getting through, trying to get on back end. But we've had a lot of new Alien books recently, so of course that has taken up a lot of my time. Cult and Perfect Organism. Oh, I guess Facehugger is going to the wall. I do hope we get another story exploring the long-term effects of dormant hives like the Sea of Sorrows. I've enjoyed those stories a bit. Yes. Yes. Because one of those questions that people ask is, how do hives survive as long as they do? The eggs being down here dormant for years and years and years. Purple key. I got the purple key. Could you see a different approach to studying aliens other than the cliche military application? It's unteamable. I've always liked the approach that not into Cryptus, the Cold Forge did, where it was simply a scientific facility that were studying multiple applications for different reasons with different forms of research budgets, and xenomorphs were just being one of those forms which Blue Marcellus was studying. So I've always liked that. I don't know if that really characterizes as military because it's more of a private commission to study. But I always enjoyed that take of it being on a giant station that was basically a lab, a prison in a sense. So I don't think that xenomorphs always need to be studied for a militaristic operation. There's other applications. One of my favorite novels, or comics, I should say, is Alien Salvation, where it's just set on a desolate island with one person that ends up going against multiple xenomorphs. I thought that comic is one of the strongest we've seen. I also would like to see, I know it's debatable too, but Alien Stronghold, I've always liked the synthetic alien xenomorphs. I thought that was really interesting, to where humanity has gotten to a point where we could just synthesize xenomorphs to act at our will, to be protectors, and to be detergents in a hive. So I thought that was interesting. I need to finish reading Colt, trying to remind me that, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I'm about 250 pages into Colt. I need to finish it. I have about another 200 to go. I'm liking it. Let's see. I'm liking it so far. Just finding it's been a bit hard trying to find the time to read it lately, but I am enjoying it. I've heard the opinions of everybody else within our community, how they feel, and I believe still collating. Greg has finished the book. Data disc collected. Lots of armor, lots of ammunition. Captain J.T. Henry, USS Bethia, Weyland-Yutani Corporation. We have found prisoner 2581. They never told me why he was so important. Those bastards. I can't believe they would keep that kind of information from ship's captain, especially when it came to endangering the lives of everyone on board. If only I had known, maybe I could have done more. Well, it doesn't matter how, because we're all hooked. The reason prisoner 2581 was so special to the company was because he was carrying one of those things in his stomach, like a host, and now it's bust free. It's not like the others we've seen, though. This one is bigger and stronger. Like the queen bee of a hive, everyone else is dead. It's just me now, and I've managed to lock myself in a small room on the ship, but I'm bleeding out pretty badly. I have had the data disk for what it's worth, but I don't think I'll make it home. Side note, AVA was a massive surprise, totally exceeded Earth in near every wave a story could, especially with Disney backing it. Yes, Dirty, I have read that it is a fantastic space opera epic for an alien book, so, or an AVP, I should say. So I'm excited to dig into it. To way you definitely at some point should turn into making Cincinnos as a more reliable option. At least try and invade hives and collect eggs. Okay, we are on the purple doors now. So I think we went to this one. We haven't gone to that one yet. Oh, they're both 2 doors. New area. Oh, that's a queen. 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 Run, 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 run. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, we got her glitching out. Oh, she's in here. 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 She is one mean one. Hard to kill. And probably a good way to wrap up David's story, too. I wish there was another variety of weapons too in this game. I like the shotgun, I like the pulse rifle, obviously, but I wish we had a grenade launcher, flamethrower, you know, some other classic guns that we've come to know and love in these games. Ran to a queen right after the Lord Doctor talked about the queen bursting out from a prisoner. Nice, right? Good timing. A little too easy. She's right here. Oh, she's still here. Yep. Reload, reload, reload. That's the end of the game. Wow, so quick. So let's try one more time so we can kind of show the actual lore behind the story here. Let's go back here. We'll do a new game so you guys can actually read the backstory of this. Did you pick up any of the Eagle Moss XL ships when they were out of business? The Strom XL was 20 pounds in the UK. Grim, I did not. I remember when the Eagle Moss was out, when they had all the models for the ships and of course the Xenos and Predators. Didn't end up picking them up because I didn't really know how the quality was. But I remember seeing them at my local shops, so I got to see them in person a few times. They were really cool. I didn't pick any of them up. I do kind of regret that. I do also regret not picking up some of the NECA, or like the action skill stuff for like the Nasarsis, Nostromo, some of those. Do regret that, but I am always looking for figures to collect. and models to collect, and I'm really hoping that Iron Studios, who's been doing a lot of the AVP franchise so far, will hopefully dip their toe into making some of the ships and other creatures and even some of the EU models that we could have. I would love to see like an eagle. I would love to see like an Iron Studios Broken Tusk or Praetorian or anything of that nature. So Captain J. Henry is telling us that this is a rescue mission again for the prisoners. So we're going to give this another go. Let's see here. I'll need to see about getting myself another NECA alien figure. I'm thinking maybe the Chrysalis Xeno from AV Arcade. That's a cool one. Caustic Viper, that's a cool one. I have that one myself. It's pretty cool. Haven't taken it out of the box, but I do have the other AVP Arcade figures, and they're pretty rad. Okay, now the game's finally loading up. Eagle Moss breaks very easily. The ships are good, though. What doesn't break easy nowadays? Let's be honest. What figures? What statues? Everything breaks. Everything breaks so easily nowadays. That's why you gotta pack it away in a case or on a stand and keep it away from everything that could break it. But we are at a verified location of prisoner 2581. Extract, if possible, locate and secure the encrypted data disk and secure a sample of the alien tissue from LV-59. This is not a rescue mission. Crew are expendable. I remember playing this way back when, and I remember that there was 2 data disks to collect in this game, and I noticed on this playthrough I didn't collect both of them, and it just seems like after you kill the queen, the game's good to go. One of the Dothraki Xeno and Lionworm Xeno, or even Snatcher Xeno from Cold Forge would be... Yes, we'd love to see a Snatcher Xeno. It's die-cast metal, doesn't break easily. Oh, Graham, are you talking about the Eagle Moss? Yeah, the Eagle Moss die-cast is pretty strong. I was talking about some of the... Sorry, I should have implied that. I was talking about some of the Haya figures that they've done. Haya, NECA... Even some of the Iron Studio, like I was saying, the Iron Studios, that stuff breaks pretty easily. I think Iron Studios is ceramic. I haven't had a chance to own one, but seeing them up close, it looks ceramic, but I don't want to say for sure. So don't take my word for it. But NECA for sure breaks easily. I weathered it to make it a little dirtier. Yeah, I got the NECA Narcissus cheap also. Yeah, I wish that NECA would return to some of their legacy stuff, and they've done ultimate collections for some of their figures. You know, they've done the ultimate Big Chap, ultimate City Hunter, Jungle Hunter, so forth, so on. I would love to see them return to some of the EU stuff, but with the Disney merger, I doubt we'll be seeing some of the older stuff for a while. I don't know what, I just caught myself. I said Dothraki earlier, and that is incorrect. Dark Thigh. So as much as this place is nightmare fuel, I can't help but be absolutely fascinated by it all. The strange architecture and general labyrinth layout of the whole place feels so alien to me. Not that I've had much time to take in the scenery. A lot of people are wounded and need treatment. I've had patch up many of the guards. Since the crash landing, we are yet to find any of the prisoners, though, and I wonder if any are badly hurt. I know that these people are dangerous criminals, but I've dedicated my life to saving people regardless of their past. We found one of the guards unconscious when we were walking through this place. There was some sort of creature laying next to him. Yeah, it just goes to show this team was in a bad shape. I'd say Brett and Parker are my favorite NECA figures. Really? That's interesting. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that Brett and Parker or any of the humanoids are human figures are their favorite, so that's pretty cool. Hey, it's all good. I'm pretty certain Marquezino could be horrifying to see me too. Yes. Hopefully I'm keeping up with you guys. Again, haven't had to work this muscle in my brain in a while, doing 2 things at once, so Thanks for your patience, guys. It's fun to finally be able to chat with everybody on the community and play a game, and hopefully we get Corporal Hicks here soon. I know he was out and about. It's in here. See, I didn't collect both data discs. Oh, we need to collect samples from the eggs. That's one thing we didn't do, too. So, remind me, we need to collect some samples. And not just go and skip all the eggs. The situation is FUBAR. We already read that one, but basically, yeah. Things were getting worse. Trying to locate each other in this labyrinth. Casinos, a number of other things. Someone else said the eagle was fragile. Are you shocked? Are you shocked that Dark Descent didn't get any movie tie-in DLC? You got it, man. You're doing great. Oh, thank you, Caustic. Grim, I'm not surprised. I think the games are always overlooked when it comes to the overall spectrum of AVP. But when they are giving credit where credit is due, I'm always appreciative, but no, I'm not surprised at all. Dark Descent was a great game too, so I would always be happy if they mentioned any element of Dark Descent in the larger lore. As we've seen with Rogue Incursion. With Aliens Defiance. Okay, let's see. Facehuggers galore! I'm generally surprised we haven't had any news for Fireteam Elite lately. Well, as we said in the last live stream, you know, we technically have. We have read a new report. We've seen from shareholders report that there is a game that is slated for this year. When it will be released, we don't know, but our lovable Ridgetop is always optimistic about it and thinks it will be on Alien Day. I hope so too. That would be great. Would love to see that news on Alien Day. Oh man, a ton of eggs. I haven't played this through all the way where you've had to blast all the eggs like this. Red key card, red key card. Let's see. Did we miss anything in here? Nope. Nothing, but we are blasting through ammo. Let's see. There was a doorway we missed the first time around. Or I missed. Let's grab that health. Oh, we have enough armor. We're good. I hope they finally canonize the Praetorian in a film down the line instead of keeping it novel video game exclusive. I agree. I think the Praetorian would be such a strong entry into the cinematic universe of Alien. I think that particular Alien has been regarded as such a pivotal part of the Alien universe and the Hive that it feels almost criminal that we haven't seen one in live action, or you know, even I'd be happy if we got to see it animated. I've been more open to animation lately for both franchises after Killers. I've always been on the fence about Alien being anime, and then after Killers, I felt a lot more comfortable with it. So I would certainly like to see Alien animated if it's done right. And it has a unique style similar to that of like Killers or even like Spider-Verse, Demon Hunters. I was over the moon when I saw it return to the egg morphing Xeno in the Defiance comics. Yes. The Defiance comics are great. Probably one of the last good Dark Horse comics we got from a standalone Alien series in general. Let's see. What are we at for? Let's see. How do we bring up our... Cool. So we have 4 out of 10 test tubes. Here yet. Rogue Incursion makes me break out in a sweat on PSVR 2. It's hard to play. Could be a frame rate or pre-projection thing. I've got to go through it. Yeah, I have only played the game on the MetaQuest with the VR version. I've heard the PlayStation version is a lot better. But just from the Quest version, I was definitely definitely sharing in your anxiety. It's definitely pretty creepy to play, but I still prefer the flat screen version only because it just feels so natural, and it's what I've come to expect from Alien games and how we've naturally played games over the last couple of years. But I did enjoy it. I'm just definitely not a VR person. I get a lot of motion sickness. I know that's something that you have to get used to with VR, and I still have not gotten over it. I like my VR headset for watching movies and watching things on the go. I can't wait for Rogue Incursion Part 2. The Xenos are generally terrifying with how the warriors can easily sneak up on you. Yes, I agree. I agree. Although there are moments where I'll turn a corner and I'll see one hiding in an event before it strikes, and I'm like, oh, hello there. Okay. If by some miracle the data pad is uploading these messages to the company database, then we will need immediate help. We have made contact with these creatures. Big, grotesque-looking things with talons for hands that have ripped through the rest of my team. I think we already read this one, but I do hope we get an alien game where we can play as the xenomorphs again. Yes, agreed. If you guys give me a second, I forgot, since this is my first live stream with y'all, that I need to share this live stream on some of the socials. But that's okay. I'm not used to that. Let's see. Oh, again, hope everyone's having a good day so far. Let's see how he shared it before. Still not used to that, guys. I know Aaron's got a whole... Corporal Hicks has a whole structure. I'm just glad we're live today in general. But I will share our live stream on our Instagram so people that are not familiar with it can go play and watch. So give me one moment, guys. I do have a question for the chat. If we were to see a Praetorian again, would you want to see it in an AVP film or in a standalone Alien film? Again, would you rather see it in an AVP film, or would you like to see it in a standalone Alien film or animation? I, for one, would like to see in both. Let's see here. Give us a sec. Awesome. Okay. AVP all day. Sizzy, how are you doing? Welcome, Sizzy. AVP, Andrew, how you doing? AVP featuring Rain and Andy? During your no, just a general AVP. Would you like to see a Praetorian back in AVP? Standalone. That way it doesn't become a crossover, exclusively like how they called Pred Alien in AVP Heart a princess. That's definitely a take. Can't say I've ever heard someone explain it that way before. Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing it in both, but I would prefer to see it in an Alien standalone presentation first before it ever gets to AVP. But anytime we see a Praetorian is always a good time. Okay. Let's see here. Go through this door. Yep, okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. Armor up, armor up. Oh, I'm getting, oh, they got me. They got me. That's the first time I've ever died playing this game. So that says something. Oh, sorry, that was just an idea. If Romulus sequel was an Alien AVP film featuring a Praetorian. Oh, interesting. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about... You know, I wouldn't mind seeing the characters of Sizzy Wuzzles fail. I know. I wouldn't mind seeing Rain and Andy return in an AVP film, or in a film in general. Obviously, we are possibly going to see that with Romulus 2. In an AVP film, though, I don't quite know yet. I would like to see... I think I'm more on the side of seeing an AVP film being its own standalone thing with new characters that maybe somehow intersect with some of the older films. Grim says Alien Breed trilogy back on PS3, Xbox is a great Alien-inspired knockoff. Oh, cool. Very true. Very true. Okay. I say canonize it in Alien before it becomes AVP. I'm not against saying AVP, but trying to bring it to the Alien films first. No, it's F to pay respects. Oh, I was like, yeah, says he totally a fail. Man, I should know this. It's a meme. I'm an out of touch millennial. But yeah, Cosmic Viper, I agree with you. I think that it should be canonized first in its own standalone Alien film or animated film before it ever reaches AVP. But I also wouldn't be opposed to seeing an AVP. Like I said, anytime we get to see a Praetorian is always a good time. I want them to make a movie that will contradict all the previous installments and create a massive discord in the community. Casper, I think we might have gotten that with Covenant, my friend. That was at the time, I remember that was pretty polarizing for a lot of people. Less is more. Disney would make it the Praetorian pacifist. Mystery is a good thing. The Praetorian is a pacifist. Now that is something that I would just like to see for the comedic take. All fair takes. I'm not going to read the data mines to you guys because we've kind of read through those a few times here. But let's keep it going. Basically, mission is Fubar. We have lost our brethren here in this labyrinth. Just kidding. I was going to say, that's a hot take. Casper wants chaos. We have found the David egg. He subscribes to chaos theory. What about the Amengi or the Fulfrain? It would be sick to see other explainable monstrosities in series proper. Yes, Dirty, if you have not seen our interview with Dan yet, there was a cool little mention of the Amengi in that conversation with Dan. He obviously stated that he would love to have elaborated more on the Amengi in the film, but you just don't have enough time when you're constructing a standalone story such as Badlands. but it was very cool to see the mention of the Amengi and the overall lore and canon of Predator just from seeing it in Badlands. I was over the moon with that. Also, it's about damn time that we get some Arcturians in an Alien film as well. They could use a Praetorian as a building before to reveal their approach. Yeah. I am grateful though that we did get a Praetorian NECA figure with Aliens Defiance. Because in Tristan Jones's notes, it was categorized as a Praetorian. I know that Adam feels otherwise. I think, if I remember correctly, I don't think he totally agrees with that, but Adam can tell me later if I'm wrong. But I do think it was really cool to get that as a figure. Oh, we are dead. Just unloading. I feel like Ripley when she's destroying the nest. Like that we can get clips and sounds from a Xeno hover where a Praetorian is being made. We can hear the combat sounds of it being chased out of its hive after condoning the royal jelly. Yes. I get that figure solely for that reason. Yes. Yeah, I thought the soundbite of it in Alien AVP Extinction was pretty cool. I do like its sound design, and I don't know if I want to give that that secret away, but I was going to say we do see a Praetorian in another game, a newer one. Fire Seemingly, it does sound more like a dinosaur more than anything, but still pretty cool. But yeah, we're always I'm always Team Praetorian. They're just so menacing. The way the design of their bodies, their overall height, the armor, the exoskeletal armor that they have compared to a warrior. Yes, I subscribe to Praetorians. Then it comes back around the time surviving Marines try to close in on a queen. Let's see. Did we open this one yet? Did we already come through here? We did. It's about the time where we start to lose a lot of armor. Touring to the Utopia story looks so cool. Agreed. Okay. We haven't got a shotgun yet. We're getting there. They make you work for these egg samples. They got all the nastiness of a queen, but in a smaller package. Yes, they are a mini queen, all wrapped up into one. They're just little meanies. Alien Black and White in Blood has one of the best, if not the best, art styles to trade. Yes, agreed. I think that Predator Black, White, and Blood and Alien Black, White, and Blood so far is my favorite thing that Marvel has done with the franchises for the comics. I'm always a fan of anthologies of smaller, tight-knit stories where we just get a small glimpse of the stories. Short stories, and if they succeed, then we see a grandiose, more fleshed out story in the future. And that's one of the things that I do like about, that we, love him or hate him, that we got about, Bug Hunt, Eyes of the Demon, and If It Bleeds. We were able to see little short stories that gave us little insights into other stories. Okay, let's leave it on fire. The Praetorian Colony War was absolutely done dirty. Xenomorph is doing me done dirty. Lord have mercy. Xenoplay is giving us those Reaper Xeno egg omelet recipes. Got to bust a few hundred eggs first. Yes. We only killed about, what, 50 eggs just to get 4 samples. Saying don't count your chickens before they hatch. Well, they need to hatch. Oh, man, I'm out of armor. I need to be a little bit more careful with my combat. Let's see. Oh, he survived. He survived. He survived. Let's do a reload. I do like the models of the guns in this game. I like the upscaling that we have here. So. Don't count your Xenos before they burst. Exactly. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. I'm playing Helldivers 2 with Greg and Eric M, so it's fun. Are you playing right now with Eric? Tell him to get his butt over here. Just kidding. I know Greg is a huge Helldivers fan. I'm sure he's having a blast playing that. Let's see. Oh, I don't know what happened there. These spinning xenomorphs are not fun. Okay, do we already go through here? Yeah, oh. Well, I hope they're having a good time playing Helldivers. Where is the other Xeno? Is he back here? Is he back here? Would love a Helldivers 2 Aliens crossover. Would absolutely love a pulse rifle for would absolutely use a pulse rifle for Super Earth. I'm good friends with both. We play the games a lot. Also, Fireteam Elite and some others. Nice. Very, very nice. Yes, I know that he's a big Helldivers fan. Didn't know Eric plays Helldivers. Ah. If I remember correctly, we just go up here. We go through this channel. They could even bring back the Sonic Electronic Ball Breaker Ordnance and Helldiver 2 War Bond. I played Helldivers for just a little bit, about maybe a month or two, and then I fell off due to the party that we had not being able to be consistent. So haven't played it since, but sounds like it's still going strong. Let's see, did we miss any doors over here? We did miss a big chamber area. Damn, I gotta on that interview. They feature a stasis and killers in Badlands. Yeah, they featured as statues. Oh yes, sorry, I had to reword that, Dirty Nero. Yes, they were featured as statues in Badlands, which you can hear more about in the interview. Yeah, see, there's one right there. All right, first step to getting out of here. The red key. Understandable. I dropped back in here, and there are there for the most part. Oh. Cannot read today. Let's see. Let's get back to the main area. There's a junction up here that led to that. This is I like that you can have the mini map just set in the corner because this place is a labyrinth. Different corridors, different entryways. So we are going the right way now. Arcturians could be like the Na'vi of the alien universe. That's an interesting take. Arcturian Na'vi. Yeah, because they're very debated. They're a very debated race. They're only mentioned here and there throughout some of the EU. We already cleared that room. Great. Aren't the Arcturians supposed to be some sort of brand of human alien mythos, or am I getting confused with the lore again? I can't remember which specific book or where I'm stating here from. So please forgive me here. But Arcturians, in some forms, have been described as reptilian, and then in the Alien RPG, they're described as, I believe, reptilian-like creatures. Very humanoid in presence, but not exactly humanoid. They are... Aaron Corporal Hicks has made a whole video on these, on the Arcturians and their references within the wider scape of the EU. So please go ahead and watch that. It has been a minute since I've watched it. I don't want to lead you astray. If my memory serves me right, that's what I remember, but it's been a while. I am horrible at remembering the smaller details such as that, so forgive me. During your, I'm gonna get off. My shift starts in 8 minutes, but 100% wanted the Arcturian since my dad's 40th birthday when I saw the director's cut of Aliens. That's awesome, man. Have a good shift during Nero. Oh, we got Xeno just sitting right there. Oh, shit. Took a lot of shells to go down. You... okay. Alright, we're making progress. We are making progress. And we have health. Perfect. Oh, another room full of facehuggers. Great. Any Xenos guiding the hive? Yep. Okay. All right. Collect that. Gotta crack a few omelets, as we said before. Nope. We should watch our distance here. There we go. Green key. So absorbed, so locked into killing facehuggers and ovomorphs. If they ever do bring Arcturians into the Aliens game, it'd be cool to see them as a playable race for the Marines. That would be interesting, or as a guided system. Arcturians could be a good form of providing support, or almost like oracles. If you play some of the Batman Arkham games, you know, having an oracle in your ear like an Octurian would be kind of cool. We just haven't seen enough of them to really have the wider, I'd say the wider base of fans and creators really take into account the use of them. Maybe I'm wrong there, but I feel like a lot of people don't know what Octurians are when they think of Alien. They only hear the reference in Aliens. Okay, these guys are taking forever to kill. Okay, we went through here. Did we go through here? Yeah, we had the red key. Maybe I'm wrong here. But that, or we get sent to clear out a Xeno infested Octurian colony. I can only imagine how Octurian Xeno hybrid would be. That would be interesting too. One thing we've never seen as well. Lots of things we haven't seen. So we need a data disk. And we already went to the hives. Or the egg chamber, I should say. Not the hive, the egg chamber. Let's see what we can see. Let's reach out back to our friend Corporal Hicks. Make sure he's still coming. Okay. I think we are getting towards the end of that. Where are you at? Yeah, we should have a couple podcasts and episodes coming your guys' way. We just recorded our review of Predator versus Spider-Man. We just got finished done recording that yesterday. I know that the boys have a special interview coming sometime here soon with another star of Predator Badlands. Cost Survivor, you're totally fine. Don't worry about it. You're good. I'm playing both. Soon. Yes, soon. Don't die. Yes, Adam and Aaron have a special interview coming here soon for you guys with another star. So keep your eye out for that. We have a couple other things coming down the pipeline. I know there's a couple more interviews. Happy Sunday, AVP Galaxy crew. How have you been? 626, how are you, man? Good to see you. Glad to see you've left the jungle to join us today on this Sunday. I am missing something here soon. There it is. We have the green key. We just need the blue key. There was another room here. Was it to the left? Yep, this is what I was missing. More surprises? Okay. Ammo. Road. Doing great. Weekend has been super chill and enjoying the stream. Awesome. Good to hear that, 66. Good to hear that. And don't feel bad, Caustic. I need comments to read, so. Okay. Ooh, tons of armor. Is this where the... Okay, cool. So, is this where the queen is again? But nope. I really love the design of this room. I'm going to cause more trouble shooting the eggs.
with the facehuggers than I am solving the problem. See, this is where a rock launcher would be great. I used to not care much for the whole blue Xeno designs until I took down the Praetorian and Rogue incursion. A striking shade of blue on it. I looked at it for a while. Nice. Yeah, they you know, I've never really minded the brown, black, green, even the red genocide xenomorphs. It's if they get silly like neon green where I'm like, eh, not a color I prefer, but it has to fit a specific purpose, right? Or even the incandescent like neon blue of like Aliens Annual and Thaw. Don't mind those aliens. Again, if there's a purpose. Jockey pilot room. Always love seeing it. Yes, this is pretty cool. Super cool. I like the design of this room. I like that it's a room with the jockey filled with mini eggs. A giant egg chamber. One of my theories as a kid, one of the things that always scared me as a kid was whenever you see rooms like this in the EU or the movies, just thinking about all the queen laying all these eggs. Just a very morbid thought. I do like the red genocide designs. It's not often we see the Xenos, most recently in the Prowler, I believe. Yeah, we haven't seen a true red xenomorph in the aspect of what genocide encapsulates, where it's a just true red hive full of red xenomorphs in different variations. Don't see that very often. I would love to see a return of G435 and the red xenomorphs from that hive still alive, doing God knows what. Cracking a few eggs. This is a lot of eggs to kill. Oh, so this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. Oh, there's a facehugger right there. All the eggs to kill. Let's see here. See, this is where grenades would be great. I feel like we only made a small dent in this room. Alright, we will return this room. There's a ton of eggs to clear out in here, and I'm running a little low on ammo. There's what we're looking for. And we only have 7 out of 10 files. I guess it's worth it. Keep going through these. But yeah, guys, this is a free game made by a fellow fan. If you're a PC gamer, it's fun to play. It's only one level, but if you take your time, it can last you up to an hour, hour and a half, under the right circumstances. So it's a good time. It's a little janky, like some of our favorite old games are. But that's the charm of it. Did you ever read Alien Prototype? I did when it came out years ago. Have not read since. I remember enjoying it, but it's been a long while. Yo, what's up, Alo? How are you doing, man? Welcome in. Good to see another familiar face. I should reread Aliens Prototype. I read it so fast when I read it originally years ago. Now we have the green key, so we're moving along. Okay. Are we back in another chamber? No, we're in a different chamber. Oh, two facehuggers. Should probably switch our shotgun for this. These samples, man. Okay. Finally. I feel like we wasted so many shots. I think they should ever bring back the Necromorph from Prototype. I generally enjoyed its perspective in some parts of the novel. I would not be opposed to it. Anytime we see a returning variation of Xenomorph or any of the aliens, I'm always excited to see that it's still relevant and still being thought about in the grandiose of everything alien. EU movies, doesn't matter. Well, there we go. We needed that armor. I feel like the first playthrough today, we just flew through this. This one, we're definitely taking our time, and I can definitely feel that in this playthrough. A lot longer. But is Alien Prototype the Plague One Viper? Oh man, I need to remember. I don't remember or not. Let me. I have to go pick it up off the shelf here and see. I'm sure someone in the chat will do a quick Google search answer for you. Another exciting thing we have this year to celebrate, even though we have no movies, is we have some new comics coming our way this year, and we also have the 40th anniversary of Aliens, which is showing across the country in different forms. Yes, that's right. The inherited cell. Yes. That's right. This is where the Queen's at, isn't it? Where is the other data disk? It's like one of those long hallways, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's been so long since I've read Prototype. I need to reread Prototype. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, we have the 40th anniversary of Aliens this year, which is showing it all across the country, hopefully in the UK for some of our UK people. So hopefully we see some cool merch and experiences with that. Hopefully I'll get to catch Rich Top next month for showing here locally where I'm at. So that would be pretty cool. Let's see. This seems like a death trap. It's Facehugger City. Let's see here. Let's reload. Oh, there. Oh, shoot. This is the Queen's Chamber. This is the Queen's Chamber. Oh, door's locked. The door's locked. Ah. Ring around the posy so you get stuck. Oh, that was not a great idea. That was not a great idea. Run and shoot, run and shoot. Where is the door? Oh, there we are. We're making it. We're making it. I did like the prologue to Monica and how we got a little bit more clarification with that in terms of Fireteam Elite. So that's one thing aspect I did like about Prototype. I remember Prototype came out, I read it, and it was one of those books where I kind of forgot about it, not gonna lie. It's just, it's been many, many years. I think it was more just infested with the game at the time. So, and that's no shade to the writer or anything. Just at the time, I was interested, but I just don't recall it much. Similar to Stalking Shadows. I'm going because Rogue is calling, and I have 5 chapters left. Oh, Aliens Rogue. Are you reading the novel version? The Dark Horse version? The Dark Horse novel version, I should say. And she takes a lot of shots to kill. Apparently I can't shoot today either. She's almost too easy to kill. And that is the game. Pretty quick game if you don't take your time and do the discs and the egg samples. Which I was almost at ammo. I should have went back and did that. But once you're locked in that room with the queen, you can't leave. Novel, of course. Gotcha, novel. I do like the comic though. Comic's great. Okay, guys, we've been playing the Aliens Redacted for the last hour and 45 minutes. So thank you guys for just hanging out with me today. It's been a lot of fun. So hopefully you had fun with just this solo live stream. I don't think I'll be doing this very much unless the boys have stuff going on. If they're recording a podcast or if they're just out and about and just don't have the time, but I'll always be around to hopefully fill in for them. So again, thank you guys for hanging out with us, and hopefully we'll be back next Sunday for another game. Look forward to a few more videos coming your way here in the next couple weeks. Thank you so much, Sabian. Thank you so much, Caustic. I seriously appreciate it. For a first time stream, hopefully it wasn't too bad. But yeah, we have a couple more videos and things coming down the pipeline for you guys. Have a good rest of your weekend. You too, Xenosaurian. And I look forward to seeing what the year brings us with AVP. So hopefully next Sunday we'll have our regular scheduled program with the guys. But again, thank you all for hanging out with us and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. This is Xeno Plays.